Snowman.
Made it's called Murder in the Snow. It's pretty much a pina colada, frozen pina colada with grenadine.
Yeah.
It's damn good. What do you think?
Pretty good. Creamy.
It's thick. As you can see during our making of, it was a little dirty, a little messy.
Looks like a Motel 6 bedroom.
Yeah. It's like my mattress when I was 13.
Clint, we just watched The Snowman.
I thought it was
Awful.
one of the best films of. No, it's not one of the.
One of the best films you've napped through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the best films
It
we've
was
napped through.
pretty. First off, the trailer for this is very misleading.
It was awesome.
Well, yeah, the trailer makes it seem like kind of like a Seven or Zodiac, some sort of grisly murder, Silence of the Lambs type
Someone's
movie.
murdering people, and you have to get this awesome detective to come solve it.
Yeah,
Harry Hole. Is that his name?
that was his name, Harry Hole. That's a weird name for your hero.
I got a Harry Hole somewhere.
Yeah, don't we all?
He's a good detective, I think.
I guess no one does any detective
You don't
work
get
in
any.
this.
The only thing you get that's detective work is like interviewing a few people.
Mm-hmm. And it's not like he's the off the rails guy that uses extreme methods to get answers out of people.
Nothing.
He's just like, oh well, when was the last time you saw her? That's all the questions I have. It's just awful.
Yeah. And his partner is Rebecca Ferguson. And she almost looks like she's like a rookie cop.
Yeah.
Like trying to like prove herself.
Right.
But he's like just doesn't have nothing to do with it. He's like.
I wonder is that because like early on she has that file that's confidential that says confidential on it, and that's what gets him involved in this case.
Yeah.
So is that her trying to look up something else, and then like this Snowman killer thing almost seems like
It's a backburner.
it just comes up out of something, out of nowhere.
It's not even really about the Snowman killer.
Yeah.
You barely even hear anything about it. Like, just
Yeah.
it's more about him just like coping with the loss of his divorce and hanging out with his son. And
Yeah. Or is it his son? Like they never answer that. They're like, you don't know who your father is, and I used to date your mother. And why are you still fucking hanging out with this kid?
yeah, it's like he's hanging out with his like step kid after they're already divorced. Like, he can't let it go.
Which seems like something like it's probably more elaborated on in the novels.
Yeah, it is probably.
Something that there's probably like a whole back, like a side story in the novels as to whether or not he's this kid's father or whatever.
Yeah. Tune in next time for Harry Hole.
Harry Hole in the case of the mole people or
Harry
something.
Hole in the case of the step boy.
Yeah. This movie is in no way creepy or horrifying in any of the things that happen in it.
It has some good. The very beginning, when you start, when they start to introduce the snowman, the kills.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, he targets like women who have kids and are married.
Yeah.
He doesn't ever explain why he targets those people. It's okay. Let's go ahead and talk about the cold opening of this movie. It's this kid and his mom living out in like this
shack in
the middle of the snow, and I guess they're living on their own, and they have to rely on their uncle to come and bring them supplies every Tuesday or something.
Yeah.
And then they're studying, and like he's asking them like topical like Norway history questions.
Yeah.
And every time he gets it wrong, he slaps the mother.
Yeah.
And then he knocks her on the ground, and he grabs coffee beans and runs outside crying and makes a snowman. And the coffee beans were the mouth. But why was he making a snowman? Why was that his like thing?
Because he's the snowman killer. He's the kid that grows up to be the snowman killer. Like foreshadowing.
And he sees them like fucking, 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 them like fucking.
Yeah.
And then the uncle gets up and drives off, and they chase the uncle in the car.
Yeah.
And then they end up losing the mom, and she drives out on a lake.
She just randomly drives out on that lake.
She drives out
like
on a frozen lake and
yeah.
is like stunned, and like
she just like gives up on life during that drive.
And then
like,
the kid gets out, and then the car just sinks. And mom's dead.
You said that you liked the opening part.
I did. That was the best part of the movie.
And I absolutely hated it. Like the editing of it was just atrocious to me. It was like quick cuts. Like let's just move through these scenes really fast.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the editor was frustrated.
Yeah.
Like he would insert these weird shots. Like there's a shot later on where it cuts to I'm just gonna go ahead and throw out spoilers, even though no one's gonna go watch this. Val Kilmer's a detective in it.
Val Kilmer's in it.
He's like he has these like.
If that tells you anything about the movie.
No shit. He has these like flashback scenes like from 9 years prior to this, and it just cuts to him in a cabin, and he gets his head blown off, and it's just a random scene in the middle of like a dialogue between two characters, and
yeah.
But I just this opening like after watching it I was like, oh, the movie's gonna be like this. You get that feeling of just how the pacing's kind of off.
Pacing's terrible.
The pacing was terrible.
It's just so many scenes where nothing happens.
Yeah, a lot of scenes where nothing happens, and
I don't care about any of the characters.
Yeah, like if we cared about these people, like it might be kind of tense whenever one of them gets captured or whenever they're running after the killer or anything like that. But there's no tension,
There's no development,
nothing at all. Yeah, like you have no idea why Michael Fassbender is the way he is, why anyone is the way they are.
Why does he get drunk? Why doesn't he care about his job anymore?
It doesn't even really make sense as to why the snowman guy is killing people the way he is. Or
yeah, he's targeting women who have kids and are married. And so back to what I was trying to say earlier, before I brought the opening up. He targets these women, like he throws snowballs at them at their windows and hits them with it, like while they're walking home.
That was interesting. Like that was genuinely a little freaky. Like someone just randomly throwing a snowball at you and you don't know who it is, and then you're just walking around. But
they flew by those scenes in like 5 minutes.
They had completely abandoned that after the first kill. Like
they abandoned the entire like murder aspect of the
show. And like the snowman could have been a creepy thing because every murder that he's at, he builds a little snowman.
I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10.
I say just don't see it. Just don't go watch it. It's awful. Like there's so many other things you could go watch. Skip this one for sure. Even if it's on TV like 2 years from now, just don't.
I just want to take a nap.
Yeah, unless you're tired.
And like fucking.